In Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Houston Texans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw, Watson. And his first look is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a pick 6 on Bills touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got it.
Look at it. They're going to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And this will be swung out for Lindsay. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he's got room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find anyone who can lead them and get that running game moving in Houston.
Pass complete from Watson to Akins. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 3. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
defense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Allen going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up. And you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Now it's Allen. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Now a give to Breida. Desmond King, ex of the Chargers and Titans, in on the stop. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 7-7.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Buying time to us. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. On play action, Allen on the move to his left. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now Allen off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands. And this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. An extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're going for it. It's Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
We all saw the talent, the big plays in Minnesota, but Stephon Diggs really elevated his game in Buffalo last year. Led the NFL in catches with 127. There's another one right there.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
From midfield, here's Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The kick by Bass is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 30.
Did you find the remote?
Yeah.
Touchdown, Houston. Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, That's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. A.J. Epinesa providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Room here to run. There he goes, left side.
Chiponi, yo.
Touchdown, Houston. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him. But I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts. But his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, yo!
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Corn Elder. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his 2nd one.
On 1st down, Lindsey. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Levi Wallace with a pick. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50, 30, 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This game is big defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
It's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Second and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Watson. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. To throw, Watson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Watson. Complete to Akins. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Allen going to give to Singletary on the option. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Yes.
Extra point by Bass.
Like
Good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. He's got Johnson. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bills, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will